All right, you've been wanting to grow your real estate business with video. I'm going to be doing an entire presentation today with zero edits. In fact, I'll just show you right out of the gate. What we're going to be talking about today is long form YouTube videos. I've been fortunate enough to not only have my own YouTube channels, but create an entire system. And as you can see here, living in Houston, Texas, if you've seen a living in channel anywhere across the country, I came up with that. And just to show you today, you can believe me or not, I don't really care. But this is the exact method that thousands of agents across the country are using and generating massive amounts of leads. As you can see here, no bullshit. I will break down everything with proof, with data. But this is a YouTube channel that I have. I have 13 of them across the country, but just in the last 28 days, we've picked up 400,000 views. In fact, this channel's generated almost $3,700 in YouTube AdSense. So not a bad little amount of money there. And then as you can see here, this video that I just released 5 days ago, I only do one video a week. So I go against what the majority of people in the industry teach. And again, we'll go through that. I'm going to break down everything for you today. But you can actually, just looking at this, again, I'm not going to edit this. You're going to see it just as raw as it can be. The average view duration on this video is 13 minutes long. That's actually a little bit longer than usual. I know my data backwards and forward, and probably better than any human on planet Earth when it comes to YouTube for real estate agents, knowing this. So this is a video that's probably going to get some push later on. But you can see out of my last 10 videos, it's 8th. It's not even doing good. Some of them work upwards of 27 to 30,000 views. So we're going to break down the analytics a hell of a lot more than that here. So again, if you're not into doing video for your real estate business, get out of here. You're not going to want to watch this. But if you thought, shoot, how can I attract more clients with video and actually do some videos that work, that get the phone ringing, that's what we're going to be covering today. And at the end of the day, I don't give a shit about the vanity metrics, the views, subscribers, all of that stuff. Again, believe me or not, this is hundreds and hundreds of commission checks. So that's all I care about. I got a wife, I got 3 young kids, and I got to feed all of them. So you got to make money from selling houses. So that's what happened. Was I got into real estate about 2018, and I did all the traditional stuff, right? So it was basically door knocking, cold calling. Struggled at it mightily. In fact, I've got a book, hold on a minute, right here. It's called The $1 Billion Channel Method. I highly recommend. I'm not trying to sell my book. I don't really care. But you listen to it, because I talk about all the pain points and the struggles. And most importantly, as I was getting into video, the major issues that I ran into were trying to sound like a professional, sound like a top selling agent, sound like a local. Well, you don't know this, or maybe you do if you followed me at any length. I'm not from Portland, Oregon. So my very first channel, and what started the entire living in method for YouTube, was in Portland, Oregon. I am born and raised in North Idaho, and I moved over to Portland, Oregon and became a sales rep for escrow. Well, what I was doing before that was building power lines and working on a ranch. So I knew nothing about social media or video. That's the other aspect of this, is that you don't have to have a lot of experience to do this. Now, I will preface that with saying, you go to these marketing events and everybody just says, turn on your camera, just shoot videos. It's all bullshit. You can't just shoot random videos. It doesn't do anything, right? And you've probably done that on your social media, shot these random videos or done videos and they fall flat on their face. Well, I'll teach you today how to not do that. So anyways, I struggled for a year and a half. It's a really long story. You can get it all in the book. But one thing that I did for that first 16 months was I was shooting videos every single day, right? Shooting videos on Facebook, Instagram. TikTok wasn't even out yet. This is like, circa 2018, 2019. I was doing LinkedIn, and I was taking videos and putting them to YouTube, but they were very short. I didn't understand YouTube. I didn't understand keywords, but I was doing what Gary Vaynerchuk told us to do. Just be the digital mayor. So I did shop interviews, restaurant interviews. I literally have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos and even Facebook groups about that kind of stuff, and I generated 0 calls. So I'm about to get out of real estate and quit, go back to working power lines. And my business partner today, he's the one who basically bailed me out. He's like, dude, you're doing all these videos, just keep doing it. Something's gonna click, right? For now, take 20% of my business until your business equals mine, like the amount of deals you bring in. He was so busy from cold calling, he was actually good at it. I sucked at it. And that's how this whole thing started. So I started really getting involved with YouTube. And so I want to break down today to you guys. Again, you can, if you don't believe me, then that's a you thing. There's going to be no lies. There's going to be nothing hidden today. I will just break it down for you. So the struggle was that I really, really hated to cold call, prospect, door knock, and I had no ability to ask for the business. Even if people came into the open houses, I struggled to get over the edge of asking for the business. Then, the other struggle I coach so many agents now is even if they're good at those things, they have to constantly be doing them 24/7 in order for their business to grow. And they do a lot of this roller coaster, right? It's good in the good months and then it's really bad in the slow months. So how can you, really generate leads 24/7? We've found, our way to do it is with YouTube videos. So what I want to be doing is actually taking you through just one of my YouTube channels today, breaking it down exactly what you need to do. And then I'm also going to be debunking a lot of the myths out there. But I want you guys to check this out real quick, just so you know that I'm not making this stuff up. This is a screenshot from our text messages. I need to bring myself up here. For the last 30 days, right? February 10th of 24 to March 10th of 24. Right now it's March of 24. So we had 63 text conversations, and you can see here it says Houston YouTube. So I created the Living In method in Portland, Oregon. There was nobody doing these kind of YouTube channels, and we started selling a lot of homes. It was crazy. And what happened shortly after that? Well, the good thing for you guys is that I documented it. So I have a YouTube channel called Channel Junkies with 500 plus videos on it. I've been documenting it since day one, and there's been a lot of people who've come through our training and courses. I'll just be brutally honest. They take it, they have so much success, they rip that shit off and they repackage it. But what you get is a very watered down version of exactly how to do this stuff. But just to prove my point, if I hit switch account here, you'll notice I've got the Portland channel, Florida Keys, I've got Houston, Phoenix, Boise, Bozeman, Montana, Arkansas, Nashville, North Idaho, Reno, Seattle. So I got a lot of channels. I spent 2 years traveling to all these markets and generating business. And the one thing that I learned, ain't no market the same. The number one thing that pisses me off about these digital marketers, or quite honestly, people who've come through our training and then sell these it's so easy. All you do is this SEO and you rank number one. It's all bullshit. Every market is very specific, and the audience that you speak to, it's a direct correlation of how much success you're going to have. Trust me, I've gone from coast to coast and everywhere in between. Now, I coach agents too. So the way that I do things, I'm 39 years old, a wife, 3 kids, and we've moved to different areas. So when I speak in my videos, the most important thing about you is speaking to your direct audience. So I can relate with people who are moving, relocating, and who are, in that late 30s, early 40s with young kids. That's what I talk about. That's what I speak about. I dress in t-shirt and shorts. If people don't like it, I don't give a shit, right? But I've learned that the more you can niche and literally look in that camera and just say, this is who I am, this is who I like to help, that's when you start generating a lot more deals. And most importantly for YouTube, that's when you start serving your videos to the correct audience, right? Now, if you're wondering how long these videos need to be, should I be putting, money behind them, boosting them, with ads, all of those things, YouTube Shorts, don't worry, I will get into it, because that could be what's killing you right now. So again, just to show you this stuff, 63 text conversations in 1 month, 30 days, right? No bullshit. You can believe me or not. I got the closings to prove it. Now, if we go to 1 year, right? January to December, this is all of last year. We had 742 text conversations. So you're doing the math, 63 or whatever it says, 62 in 1 month. So we're averaging about 2 text messages a day. These are leads. These are people saying, oh my God, I love your videos. Me, my husband, our 3 kids are moving. We've got a budget of $600,000. Can you help us buy a house? That is it. And trust me, if you're not a member of our free Facebook group, go in there. You'll start seeing all these messages that, hundreds of other agents are getting. It's the exact same thing. In fact, you will notice one other thing. Everybody loves YouTube leads 10 times more than they like referrals. And you're like, I thought referrals were the gold. It's not, right? A referral that you get from a friend, you know that friend, but you don't know that person, right? So you still have to establish that bond. Again, when you speak the way you speak in your videos, you attract your ideal audience. That's what the text messages look like. So again, 365 days in a year, you're looking at basically 2 text messages on average per month. Now, that's not all you get, right? If we go to unique callers, this is the exact same time frame. So we have 250 more phone calls than we did text messages. So we had 700 and whatever 50 text messages last year. Well, we had 1,000 phone calls. And again, we track all this. I have all those YouTube channels. That's what I was getting at, is that we have a separate number for every single YouTube account so that we can track it. And then if we look here, this is the last 30 days. Again, February 10th, March 24th to March 10th. We have 147 calls. So when we're getting about 60 text messages, 150, almost 3 times more phone calls. Again, that's from our niche audience. The older the agent is and the niche that if they go 55 plus 60, you'll see almost a little bit more emails. In fact, what I can do here, I'll just prove it to you. Here you can see all my emails. Again, I created all these emails so I can track them. And this is 41, 41, 41, 31, 29, 28, 28, 28, 28, 27, 27, 26, 26, 26, 26, 25, 25. So those are dates right there. As you can see, 2 to 3 emails a day. So in total, it's pretty easy to see that you're at, what is that? 3 times. So you're averaging 5 phone calls a day, about probably 2 to 3, 4 emails a day, and 2 text messages a day is what we're averaging, right? And that equals a lot of home sales too. Again, no bullshit. Here's the screenshot from March. 10 scheduled closings this month. I have 5 active, 4 closed, and 25 pending. So we got a really bright spring, early summer coming. I think, to be honest, probably this is the only issue with a Houston market. Obviously, we get more production than some of the smaller markets. Kind of true. Actually, the fastest channel I ever grew was a small market. I love small markets. They're amazing. But we have an issue of it's just so big here. We don't have enough agents to close. But we'll probably realistically do that 175 home sales, 200. And we have 8 agents now. We probably need, we could probably use 20 to be honest. But there's a lot of agents doing, massive volume. In fact, we took every YouTube, real estate agent that we've ever coached, came through our program, and we did a poll. And basically on average, anybody who did a YouTube channel and actually followed basically what I'll teach today, but our direct method of the living in method, they average a little over 6 transactions their first year. And then the second year, it tripled. It went up to like 18.3 deals, right? And then, from there, the third year is like, what was it? I don't even remember. But all I do know is basically on average, you're looking at 6 to 7 deals. Again, no money, no cost. And with that, your price point, at least, time and a half. If your price point's 300, expect it to move up to the 450, 500 range. With you closing $1 million homes, but still some, lower end ones. So we typically see higher numbers. And the credit scores of these people. It's a lot of people moving and relocating right now that have money, have jobs, and they're moving and shaking. So, it's high-end clientele. So with that being said, I'm going to break down kind of just everything that you need to know about a course, a YouTube channel. And so with that being said, I actually have our course right here. And the only reason I'm bringing up the course, again, guys, I have a YouTube channel with 500 videos. I've been teaching it for 5 years. I created this entire method. We have free Facebook groups, podcasts, books, you name it. But my door just started getting beaten down by agents. They're like, Jackson, what you're doing in Portland, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I'm proving it with like home sales. Finally, after 16 months of shooting thousands of videos the wrong way, I finally start figuring out YouTube. You want me to prove it again? All right, give me a second here. Let me switch accounts, and then we're going to start breaking down what you need to know. But this is what I don't like about the real estate industry is it's just all flash and mirrors, and they guarantee success, and they guarantee, if you just use this SEO, it works. It's hard freaking work. So if we go to date, we flip-flop this, you're going to see this is my original YouTube channel that I had when I was a journeyman lineman. This video, is of my son playing Monster Jam, and then sorry, I had to take a drink. Here I am. Remember I told you I was an escrow rep? So I was doing these YouTube videos randomly, how to make great Portland, Oregon real estate videos, how to make catch video interest. I don't even know how to post a listing on Facebook, motivate sellers. So what I was doing is trying to shoot videos. You can't even see me, to these agents and try and get their business. I got my sister's wedding in there. I got barbecue videos. If you got an old YouTube channel, yours probably looks the same. Well, this YouTube channel, you can see for a long time now, this is when I start getting into all of the shop restaurant interviews, right? Progress Ridge, this is doing Big Al's. This is like a movie theater, bowling alley, right? Progress Ridge. I'm doing open house videos, right? 50 seconds long. I'm doing candy stores. This is join my community. I made a Facebook page. Ace Hardware. Who the hell cares about Ace Hardware, right? So this is just what I'm doing. Cinetopia, we did a movie review. I did Fit Food. So you can see I started doing a bunch of different interviews, right? Again, just to prove my point. And I was doing these for months and months and months and not getting any kind of business from it. Now, what's the next thing that everybody tells you to do? You need to vlog your life. You need to do the day in the life of a real estate agent. That's what all your clients want to see. Bullshit. They don't care about what you do day to day. They need their questions answered, right? So I always say this. If your heart started hurting or your back was killing you, right? Would you care what your chiropractor did if he was out there interviewing sushi restaurants? Would you give a shit? No, you'd be like, dude, doc, how you gonna fix my back, right? So if a chiropractor usually does their videos talking about the top 3 ailments and you know, pain points of the low back and how to fix it, that's how chiropractors, that's how, you know, physical therapists, that's how doctors and lawyers, they all market by answering questions. But for some reason, we've been taught in this real estate industry that we need to interview other people and that we need to go out there and document our lives. What in the hell? Well, I did it. So again, I like to speak from this because I come from the pain of actually doing these things instead of most real estate agents or most people out there selling shit. They just talk out the side of their neck. They usually take somebody else's course, have success, and sell it. But I can show you right here that it doesn't work, right? And we did a lot of these videos. I mean, this is, you know, like I said, a year. I even did these ones here, and you can see 9,700 views on this video. Listing how to sell your house. It's because I ran it as an ad on my YouTube channel. Big no-no, right? I'm doing podcasts with agents. Again, now we're 60 videos in, and I've deleted a lot of these. These are still just a bunch of random videos. Here's, you know, listing videos. So as you can see, it took us a really, really, really long time. This is kind of when we started, you know, figuring it out. We were doing some more of like neighborhood tour stuff, but this video right here is basically what started it. And what really happened is, if I were to bring up YouTube here, another YouTube channel, and it may change now, but I went to Portland, Oregon. I was like, why are my videos getting literally 0 views? Nothing. What in the hell is going on? So I searched in YouTube, Portland, Oregon, and I started seeing stuff like this. Is actually one of our students. Andy joined us at EXP, so he's one of my partners. We helped. So yes, even if you got competition in your market, you can go in there and rank #1. But I started noticing this, 22 things to do, right? And these are not even anything to do with real estate, right? But these people were, you know, getting all of these views, and it's changed. But there was a top 5 Portland, or you can see Portland, Oregon living. I mean, there's so many people doing this and getting business from it. These guys are actually on our team here. Created a second channel, but that's what I started noticing, was these were the kind of videos that were working, right? We're actually getting views. So if we go back, oops, we got to get back onto that YouTube channel there. I'll pull it up. You'll start to notice if I get to the YouTube studio what actually works, okay? So I want to switch and go back to my Houston channel and show you that. So then we're going to talk about what you need to do. Right out of the gate, if we switch account, this is what I want your YouTube channel to look like, and then I'm going to break it down. So if we actually go here and then go to the YouTube channel, you're going to notice a few things right away. When I started doing this stuff, our channel art here was Jackson Wilkie and then my business partner, Jesse Dow. Top agents, our number, our email, our phone, you know, all that shit. And it was our description. When you went to the about section, was it was all about us. We were the top agents. And then we had a bunch of squeeze pages, right? So we had a bunch of links on there to go to squeeze pages, to go to home searches, to go to, blog, to go to our social media. That was a huge mistake. Why? If you have and again, this gets thrown out there every day that you need to have all your links, all your socials, and you need, these people to be able to find you, right? Well, what do you think a social media platform does to you if your video, people are watching your videos or going to your channel and immediately they get there and they click something and they get off the platform? What is this whole world ran on? Advertising dollars. So if you have a bunch of stuff on there that takes people away from the platform, they punish you and they actually don't put your videos up there. I learned the hard way so that you didn't have to. So basically, we've got this about section. You'll notice that this is basically copy pasted on thousands of real estate agent YouTube channels across the country because I figured out like this is what you need. Now, two things are happening here. One, when people read, hey, are you wondering what it's like to live in Houston? Well, this channel is what you need. We love this town. Our #1 goal is to showcase every inch, with videos. Hey, give us if you're thinking of moving here, we absolutely love when people reach out, so call. So our name, number, all that stuff is in there, right? So that tells people to call us. It tells us that everybody what the channel's about. But number 3 tells YouTube what your channel's about, the keywords, right? So I've got channel keywords in here. I want to rank for a lot of these things, right? Again, in my like A to Z course, I break this down. In fact, I show you exactly how to find which are the best keywords for your channel. But I just wanted you to know that if you have a YouTube channel, that it needs to be like a billboard, right? So when you're driving down the highway, that billboard, you got to be able to read it like that. Well, people come to your YouTube channel, they need to know what it's about. And when it's all about you and sales and real estate, they're like, I don't really care. Doesn't matter to me. I was searching about, Boise, Idaho. So when you read this one, right, living in Houston, Texas, and obviously I put the original, I was the first, I created this whole system, so I get to put that. But now they know living in Houston, right? Subscribe to learn all about Houston. So when they go, they're like, yes, I'm moving to Houston. This is exactly what I want. Now you start noticing, holy shit, this guy's got long videos, right? These things are 45, 50 minutes, an hour long. He's got to be doing YouTube shorts to be getting those videos. We'll go over that here in a little bit. So with all this, again, I was talking about it earlier that these agents were just like, Jackson, like you have all these videos, you've been teaching it, but it's just too much. Like I can't watch 500 videos. Just tell me exactly how to do it, right? And so that's when I was like, all right, I didn't really want to build a course, but I did it because I started helping homies out and I'm like, here's a course. So I broke it down and I went from the very beginning. I was like, all right, I can't speak now because I've been doing this like, okay, just shoot this video, talk like this. I went as far back as, hey, do you have a YouTube channel? If not, here's how you create one. And then guess what that led to? 500 questions from you guys have gone, well, I've already got one. Should I just use it or should I make a new one? Trust me, I get it every day. That's up to you. You can see my original Living in Portland, Oregon channel, the one that created this entire method. That was my original one. Now, knowing what I know now, I start brand new with one. So if you actually look here, we're going to bring up, this is the original YouTube course. Again, there's many knockoffs now. And if you think theirs is better, more valuable, go ahead. I don't really care at the end of the day if you want to buy theirs, but if you want to know exactly where it came from, the original, and then we update ours all the time because I'm involved in it, then this is what it's all about. So we have a lot of just like housekeeping, the information, and then the tools of the trade, right? So what you're gonna hear a lot is all these things that you need, or actually you don't need anything at all. I think it's bullshit, and at the end of the day, it comes down to a few simple things. You got to figure out what people are searching. You got to figure out how to, when you find the video, how to optimize it. And optimize it means that you need to be able to put keywords in there strategically in order to rank. And then it comes down to video performance after that. Why do I say that? Because TubeBuddy is probably one of the most important tools that you're going to get. TubeBuddy allows you on your YouTube channel to go in and search, keywords and stuff. Again, I could spend probably 5 hours going through this. I have the exact course or exact, I have an entire, where is it? Yeah. Anyways, right here, keyword research. I got an entire section on that. That's how important it is. But the other thing is the right and the wrong gear. Again, you're going to get told all the time, just turn your camera on and just shoot videos. Bullshit. Like, it doesn't work. And at the end of the day, I don't like vertical content. It's great, but it's there one day, it's gone the next, and it doesn't last forever. And again, people are saying it more and more that the attention span is less and less. And there's actually one thing that kind of drives me nuts. Let me get a drink. The big trend right now you're seeing like on Instagram Reels is no talking. It's usually like somebody standing there looking at something and there's a bunch of words on the screen. So they're almost tricking the audience to have to sit there and watch a loop video to learn, right? Where if you think about a purchase decision, right? So the last time you were going to purchase a car, a new computer, like a bigger purchase, right? If you're anything like me, or maybe you just like, oh, you can go buy a $60,000 car like that, or move or buy a house, but I've found that most people are going to spend a lot of time researching it, right? In fact, the sales process, the definition, not mine, the definition of the sales process is number one, information search, right? That was the biggest thing I was missing with my early videos, doing inspection videos, escrow videos, doing restaurant interviews, doing shop interviews, doing those type of videos. I wasn't answering the consumer's question. They didn't really care. And then I was like, well, damn, if I'm doing escrow and inspection videos, that means that person's already in contract and they're with another agent. That's idiotic. So not only did those videos never get any views, they're boring. They obviously, they were intended for an audience who wasn't even working with me. So when you realize, TubeBuddy finding what people are actually searching, shooting those videos, that is the beginning of the sales process. They're searching, how much does it cost to live in Portland, Oregon? Best areas to live in Portland, Oregon. And you're probably like, Jackson, I can't talk about the best areas to live in Portland, Oregon. That is steering. I've done it 1,000 times, and what we do as agents is we always hide from like being truthful and honest. Like we have to say everything. A cute little house, it's adorable little 3-bed, 2-bath, 800 square foot. No, it ain't. It's a little ass thing, but that little ass house is perfect for a certain person or maybe new family, right? But me, I got 3 kids and I'm here in Houston. I like these big homes, so it's not for me, right? Don't be afraid to say the truth. So when I open up those videos and I'm like, you've been thinking about moving to Houston, Texas, and you want to find a great area to live, well, guess what? I can't steer you in any way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up niche.com and I'm going to go over their top 5 list of best areas to live in Houston. In fact, I don't agree with it, but I can't do anything about the list. The good news is I can break down every single one of those areas. I can show it on the map. I can tell you exactly what it's like to be in those areas, where they're at in location to downtown. And I got a bunch of video footage and pictures that I can show you what it looks like. So if you want to know the best areas to live, stay tuned, right? So do you hear how I basically pawned all it off? And I always say, I'm on niche.com. It's public information. You can go read this if you want. I can't steer you in any way. I say that over and over and over. And then people go, man, this dude is for real. I like him, right? So with that being said, the right, the wrong gear, TubeBuddy's amazing. The other one would be either, I like PicMonkey. A lot of people haven't heard of it, but Canva, and that's to make your custom thumbnails, channel arts, all of those things. Now the right and the wrong gear, this is pretty fun. I do a lot of like reviews and stuff. Let's see if we can pick that up. That's an Action 4 camera and that's a GoPro. So I started with my cell phone and you're like, don't use your phone. I thought you just said, well, I was shooting sideways, horizontal videos. But the one thing that I learned about cell phones is if you don't turn the silence notification or turn it to airplane mode, if you get a phone call, it shuts your video off. Oh my God, that killed me so many times. The other thing is the audio was great, like in a controlled setting, but outside, it wasn't that good. Now, they make great microphones for them now, but some of the other things was storage issues. Once I had the clips on my phone, getting them to my computer, it was just a pain in the butt. The worst thing for me was I was driving around, I was doing things, and I was trying to research stuff, and then I had my camera sitting in a gimbal and all this stuff on it. It was just really annoying. So that led me down the path of getting a GoPro. And the only reason I went with a GoPro, which is that bad boy, is because it has this super wide angled lens. There it is, very wide angle. So at an arm's length, I can get me, my business partner, I could get 3 of us in there. It is super duper wide. The other thing is it has a predictive technology in there that allows for no vibration, no shake, right? And I can make a viewer sick. So I can go out there with no other special equipment and I can run, jog, talk, do whatever, and you're gonna get dead steady footage, super wide. The one thing that they kind of struggle with is low light situations. They'll get a little grainy, but I did all those YouTube channels with GoPros. They're amazing. I do like DJI. The Action 4 camera is a little bit better. But either way, you're a couple $100 into those. Now, I do think the best, if you're going all in on a camera, this is DJI. This is a Pocket 3 camera. So this thing's pretty cool. It's so small, you wouldn't believe it, but it has its own, that's a gimbal right there. I don't know if this thing's charged. It is, watch it. Isn't that cool? So I can tilt this thing left, right, center, and it stays steady. So it's got its own gimbal. And the quality of video out of this is way better, and you get your own screen there. So what's cool is you can flip, that's a now it's taking vertical video for like Instagram if you want to, and then if you want to, all you do is flip it like that, right? And I gotta get out of there. Now it's shooting a horizontal video, and right now it's pointed at me, and if you want to turn it around, you just click this 3 times. Let's see that red button right there? You just go boom, boom, boom. Oops. That's the record. Sorry, wrong one. You hit this one, boom, 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 and that turns around now. So that's how you can go to selfie mode and be talking. So I really like this, but one thing that I really enjoy about it is that it comes with its own external microphone. That's probably been my best friend as of lately, is external microphones. So this is a really good option for cheap to keep in the bag, you know, to shoot videos with. And now that I've done thousands of these videos, I've upgraded. I go more of a DSLR style. So I got, you know, a Sony camera. I really like this. And I rock, you know, kind of a bigger handheld M3 gimbal. You don't need it. It's not needed. Again, I've sold 525 homes now, and I don't even sell them. I refer 100% of this business off to other agents. But again, there's my signature on the back. This is literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of commission checks. You can see them, right? Let's see if we can pull one up here. And that's you know, 3,900. Usually I'm only getting 15 to 25% of the deal because I split it with my business partner. Doesn't matter. We don't need to talk about that. But the cool part is you know, these people know, like, and trust us so much. And I did all that with a GoPro. So I really, you know, I was looking for, there it is. I really, really like external microphones, and lav mics work good too. That's actually what I'm using right now in the studio, and they're super clean. The one thing I recommend if you're going outside is some kind of, this is called a wind jammer. We call it a muff, but these are really big to have good sound. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this up so that you can see it. Is go through this. I'm going to talk about some of the myths real quick, and then we're going to continue to break this down. So as you can see, you know, we went through the leads and all that stuff, but the course is what gives you kind of that step-by-step over-the-shoulder view of exactly how to do things. And the cool part is we're updating this as we learn more. And right here I mentioned, you know, creating a new channel. This is like, you know, this answers that question. Should you create a new one? Should you just use the one you have? It's all answered in there. And then here's what's cool about it too. You want to create a banner. Remember I showed you my banner, right? We got to get off there, right? And you're like, man, that's going to take me forever to build it, or I don't even know how to do that stuff. Well, you don't have to know how to do any of that shit anymore because we made it that simple. So you literally just click, we have every single link in here. So that's why people in 24 hours are going through the course, setting up channels and getting leads. It's ridiculous. So you have the ability right here. You have all of the template. And we even explain what needs to go where and what you need to say. And you just change these little things, you know. You can see all these different examples that we have in here, and you can make your own and just edit them, right? So you just go right here to edit template. But we also, as you can see, we explain it, and we have videos showing you of, you know, how to build these. So you click on the template, you can edit it, boom, you're up and going. The first thing that I will tell you is if you are one of those, what do they call that, like compulsive, or not compulsive, but anyways, very like every detail's got to be perfect. You're gonna have to probably let some of that go. Like if the colors are a little bit off or you don't perfectly like the picture, you gotta let it go. People don't care. In fact, the more raw and honest you are in this stuff, the more success you'll have. So don't overthink this stuff. I've literally had agents buy the course and they can't figure out how to make the perfect banner, and so they won't even shoot videos. Like it, trust me, I've seen every hurdle ever. And in fact, we just talked about equipment, and I'm talking about cameras. Guess what one massive hurdle is? Everybody goes and buys a freaking new camera. They buy new microphones. They buy studio lights. They buy all this shit, and they don't even know how to open it, get it out of the box or set it up. Start with a GoPro, or maybe your cell phone if you have one, but start with something small and easy and just start shooting videos. Trust me, I could start a YouTube channel today with no banner. The banner would just say, forgot to put banner, and I would dominate your market. I guarantee it, because the videos that I make, they keep the viewers' attention. YouTube really likes that. They can feed it out to the masses, and they can make a bust load of money on my videos, and that's why I get, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views, but most importantly, why I get in front of these audiences and get, as you've seen, all the phone calls, averaging 10 reach outs a day on just one YouTube channel, right? So just to continue going through this, you'll notice that it's step by step here. You get the channel art and then customizing your channel. Remember when I talked about the keywords? A lot of that has to do with, customizing your channel and doing the channel settings. So the custom layout's really cool, because if you go to our channel, you're going to notice right when you pop in, do you see this like videos already playing? Now I hit the space bar, but if you restart, if you came to a channel, listen. All right, so you guys have been asking for it. These are custom home. I just switched this out. This video is only a month old. My channel's what, 2-3 years old, right? So I can switch this video out. Why did I do that? Because it's my top performing video in the last month. This thing is cranking, and it is generating so many leads, and these are all $1 million homes. We're selling these things like hotcakes, right? So I know it's a great video, and it's on there. Now you have For You, Baller Houston, Texas new construction homes, vlog tours of Houston. This is where I go into different cities, popular videos. So people have their own playlist, right? Their keywords. That's what I'm talking about. You have to set this stuff up correctly. It's the worst analogy in the world. Everybody always says, it's like building a house. You need to build the foundation or it'll fall over. Well, that's exactly what happens here. Everybody wants to just get into shooting videos. If you don't set up the channel right, which is why I started from the very basics, and even if you've got a YouTube channel, I get a lot of agents come through and they're like, man, I had a channel, but I had no idea that you have to set it up like this. And once I did it, man, it started growing fast. So you go through that, right? Channel settings, and then analytics. I tell you right now, there ain't nobody that holds a candle to me. I will dominate you on analytics. Like, there is zero human who knows YouTube analytics better than I do, and I break it down so detailed. In fact, I'll just give you a little taste of it right now. I bet you're thinking, man, you got to do that short form content. That long form shit, that don't work, man. Well, look at this video right here is getting 5,000 views a day, right? It's an hour and 2 minutes long. Let's break down some of this for you guys. So the analytics, this is how I created the entire Living In method, because I was following people who didn't know what they were talking about. The Gary V's, and he knows what he's talking. He's a great marketer, but he doesn't know real estate, and he doesn't know the YouTube algorithm like I do, right? And so short. Well, I did that, and I've had a lot of agents do it, and it destroys your YouTube channel. In fact, I did a study. It's in the course. I break it down side by side. You're going to be shocked, right? So here is the last 28 days. Again, 28 days, everything. I promised you guys I would not make anything up. So at the end of this, you can either just say, all right, this guy's full of shit, or like, wow, that's true. I don't care at the end of the day. I'm teaching you exactly what works. 401,000 views. Look at my watch time hours, guys. 63,000 hours of watch time. 63,000. Are you even calculating how much time that would be prospecting? I'm gonna do it right in front of you. Let's see. In fact, let's say you're prospecting, right? In 28 days, 30 days. This is 28 days. So, shit, what did I do? Okay, 63,100 hours divided by 30. So this is how many hours of prospecting. I get 2,103 hours of prospecting every single day. How many videos do I do a week? One. That's it. One video a week. I'm getting 2,103 hours of prospecting, days, nights, weekends. Jackson, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, that's where you get all the views. That's where you make your money. That's the golden ticket. Bullshit, right? So this is all vanity metrics at the end of the day, but the real truth of this stuff is in where we get, the business is coming from this. In the last 28 days, I've had 4.8 million impressions. So without me having to spend one penny, I have had my videos placed in front of almost 5 million people. And as you can see, my videos are very long. An hour and 2 minutes, 46 minutes, 46 minutes, 52 minutes, 52 minutes, 40 minutes, 25 minutes, right? 48 minutes. These are videos that are getting placed in front of people and they're watching them for a very, very long time. And that's what YouTube wants, right? So if you check this out, you can see that my average view duration, 17 minutes long, right? Some of these average view durations are just insane. And if you look at the impressions, you got 4.8 million. I'm getting all of these views like from the browse features and suggested, right? Well, when I first started this, I won't lie, I really sold people on search, right? You have to dominate search. You have to be number one when people search your city. And that's true. Like you have to use keywords, living in Portland, Oregon, moving to Portland, Oregon. But when you only rank in search and your search traffic source is up at the top, and I'm sorry if you're new to this and this is like way too fast for you, but I like to give you the truth and really how you can make good content, right? When I first started, YouTube search would actually be the #1 driver to my channel. So if you notice, this is the traffic source. How are people finding your videos in your YouTube? This is why I love it. I could geek out on this shit for days and days and days. And this is why I know it better than any human. And when people talk about YouTube in front of me and they haven't, like, they don't know their data, their analytics, they got lucky or they just followed, what we did, I can destroy them because they don't know where their views are coming from. And the other thing that's happening is there's a lot of little gurus out there that are selling these SEO courses and guaranteeing that you can rank page 1 in your city, right? It's just not true. You can have the greatest SEO on planet Earth, the best titles, the best tags, the best descriptions, all the keywords, all the SEO, perfect. And if your video sucks ass, you'll never rank a day in your life. And if you're doing short videos, in fact, YouTube ran a study, God, I'm going deep now. YouTube ran a study and they said on average, the videos that rank #1 for their search, no matter what the search was 14 minutes and 59 seconds. So YouTube really likes long videos and YouTube search will be towards the top if you have a bunch of short videos with great SEO. So yeah, you might rank, but YouTube doesn't like it. The power of YouTube is browse and suggested. This is when you start getting thrown out there to the masses, right? This is people just waking up, turning on YouTube, and right there on the homepage, home screen, or subscription feed. This means they had never heard of you or seen you, but their search habits on all platforms across the globe tells them, YouTube, hey, this person kind of started searching on Pinterest about Houston stuff, so we're going to serve this video on their home screen, and then they click it and come. That's the power, right? So now you're starting to notice that I have, 78, 79, almost 80% of my views are coming from these. That's amazing. And only 12% from search. So that means I'm using the keywords right and it's placing my videos for me. Now, if you check out YouTube search, this is not going to be, escrow, inspection, restaurants, shops, bars, all that stuff they tell you to do. Mine is Houston, Texas, living in Houston, Texas, Houston, living in Houston. Houston homes for sale, Houston real estate, Houston homes, moving to Houston, Texas, homes for sale. Does that sound like you're actually getting your videos in front of people who want to buy houses? Hell yes, it is. That is the game that you have to crack. Now, if we go to something even more, I'm gonna get out of the analytics here, but I have to show you something because you're gonna freak out, right? Everybody watches everything on mobile, right? You gotta have short form content, it's gotta be vertical, it's gotta be for cell phone usage, right? Okay, just the last 28 days alone, 70% of my views coming from I wanted to say the mother effing TV. Yes, they watch me like a sitcom. 70% of my views in the last 28 days coming from a television set, right? And look at the average view duration. They are tuning in. They can't wait for my next video, for my next show, I call it, right? These people are moving. They love us. They worship us. They can't wait for our next video. I have cracked the code on this, homies. I ain't lying. So that's why I love analytics. I break it down way deeper than that because there's about 25 other analytics that you need to know. And if you're studying them every day, you can start seeing the trends in your videos and boom, I'm talking crazy break it. In fact, I break down videos. That's probably one of the most important things is each video has its own graph and you need to know where people are dropping off and where they're, staying. So it's super important. Again, we already talked about this TubeBuddy SEO. You see updated, we update this stuff too, guys. This is probably one of the most important, right? Shooting videos, building confidence. So camera confidence, the art of storytelling. Again, another updated video. Shooting your first 8 videos. So we're going to give you videos. We're going to tell you what to say, how to say them, and that's really just to get the reps in. These are the ones that most people are going to be using and getting out there. They just work. And if you say what we say and do what we do, they work, right? How to shoot videos with green screen. The only reason that's in there, when I started, I was in a little tiny condo that I owned in Portland, Oregon. I had 2 kids with a third on the way, and my office and my video studio was the third kid on the way. It was his nursery, whatever the hell you call it. His crib was at the feet. I had no space, so I put a portable green screen behind me, and I was able to shoot videos with that and put a Portland backdrop, and it was cool. In fact, one of our first students, he's in San Antonio, Greg Foster, San Antonio. He started getting leads in 3 days. He did exactly what I teach in this course, the exact same backdrop, the exact same portable green screen, the exact same ring light that I used, and his phone. I think last year he did 55 million in sales, something crazy, right? So it's doable. So this just shows you how to shoot the videos, right? I organize my files. Again, hopefully you guys are still listening to me. I love just teaching this stuff. You can see I got a lot of stuff here. This is just Houston, but you can see all the videos that I have, and like this is just this year's stuff. So let's see. This is here's that acreage custom home, but you can see my organization 0, 0.1, 1, 1, 1. So these are in the exact order that I want my videos to be in. I now delegate to video editors, so they edit my videos. So basically I go out and shoot it. I edit my clips in the exact order that I want. I drag them into a folder and I say, here's another one. I don't even watch my videos anymore. My editor knows me so well. So here's something that happens a lot. Hey, Jackson, I got a video editor, but the video editor sucks. No, I'm sorry, but you suck. That video editor is probably really good. They just don't live where you live. They don't know what you're talking about. And then you throw them a folder with 40 video clips and you expect this masterpiece. That's why I organize my stuff. Now, there's a little bit more to it than just labeling it. There's the way that I shoot things in specific orders. And I bet you didn't know, every video needs an intro, right? Because YouTube is a search engine. So if they're going to click on your video, they're typing something in, they're going to click on your video, and then right out of the gate, you got to answer their question. I teach you many ways to do this in the course, but the most important thing is I shoot that at the end of my day. Yes, that's something that I learned after shooting thousands of videos, was I would shoot an intro, and then the video, like things would happen, we'd go to different areas, I would see things. None of that was happening that it was in the intro, so I was like, I'm going to reshoot the intro. So I started reshooting the intros at the end when I knew everything that was going to happen in the video, and that's how I'm able to hook people so hard, right? If I'm going to have people watch for an hour long, I need to be able to hook them and rehook them and rehook them and rehook them and rehook them, and that's how I get 20-minute average view durations, right? That's how I can get these videos that are an hour long and get millions of impressions and hundreds of thousands of views. So that organization is really important, and that's just what I'm talking about there. So then creating clickable thumbnails. Again, I was just making this. This is actually one that I'm making right here. And you can see, basically they like to have, a human face being at least 1/3 of the thumbnail. And it's gotta be easy. This is a big mistake that I used to make a lot when I started, and that I see a lot of other people make, is they'll try and put so many words into the to the video, right? And so I've just learned to do very simple. I'm just trying to find, I got a bunch of them on here, but anyways, I'll just click this one. Edit image. I put a big picture, like now we're kind of showing some home. If you don't have new construction here, that's fine. You don't have to. I made my whole living off showing neighborhoods and areas, so I would always put like an area of like Portland, the downtown, really pretty or whatever, and I would put, could you live here? By asking that question in my thumbnail. Man, that thing got clicked a lot. I'm all about click-through rates. Again, that's in the analytics section. Or I would put like everything you need to know. There's something about that. I have split tested thousands and thousands of YouTube thumbnails. In fact, that's something, if you don't know, I can actually run 2 thumbnails against each other. This is a TubeBuddy tool, and you can run them by each other, and YouTube will run one day and run one the next day, and they'll run them back and forth until they figure out which one is significantly, better, and then they'll drop off the bad one. And I started learning by just tweaking one word or whatever, they would be better. But you can see very clearly, you know, and what I like to do, here's another cheat code, is I go down, do you see this little percentage? I go down to 18%. That's about what people can see on YouTube. And as long as I can still see it, read it, and know what's in that thumbnail, it's usually pretty good. I spend a lot of time on these, you know, going through them. You can see here, I can just flop that house. So a lot of times this is all I'm doing, is taking the same thumbnail and I just do a new drop, you know, and then I'll change the words a little bit. But you can see right there, you know, what that is. It's a huge home, you know, that are cheap, whatever, that clickbaity style thumbnail. And these things get crazy, crazy, crazy click-through rates. And it's very important if you're going to be making these. So now uploading the video is very important. This is actually takes me the longest, and I break down. I upload a video in front of you, so you're basically going to know exactly what to do, and creating the, you know, end screen cards, all that kind of stuff. Handling the reach outs, you wouldn't believe it, but it's an actual problem. And this is my business partner, Jesse. He goes through a lot of this. We have 13 channels. You know, we generate probably 30, 40, you know, leads every day from all of those channels. And we've mastered this system, the same system that thousands of agents have done. So that is all in there. Plus working with the clients, you know, they're out of town clients. They need their hands held a little bit more. It's a totally different process than you're probably used to. So if you do it correctly, they're the greatest clients ever, but you got to know how, right? And then scale and grow your business. There's some really cool stuff in here. And now what I wanted to do is actually bring this up, because here's some of the myths that you guys have heard, seen, right? And so we just created this real quick so you can see it. So myth number one, can you rank number one with SEO exclusively? No, right? That's what I already talked about. The SEO is super important. And what SEO, if you don't know, it's search engine optimization. So when you go to Google and you type in something and a blog pops up, they've leveraged SEO. It's in the title, it's in the H1 heading, H2 headings, and it's all over in the blog. And YouTube, right? When a YouTube video pops up, you've got to have it in the keywords in the title. You got to have it in the description. That's your SEO. That's how your videos get discovered. So what happens is, you know, a lot of people are going to sit there and they're going to claim that they have the greatest SEO and they can help you rank number one. At the end of the day, will it help you rank exclusively? No. It comes down to video performance, the analytics. This is why I break it down. It's why I love it so much more. So next question, does more content equal more deals, right? You're going to hear people, hey, post every day, do more and more and more. Well, it never hurt. I get this all the time. Jackson, I'm doing the YouTube stuff now. I'm not really following, you know, what you're doing. It's kind of hard to do those long ones, but, you know, I'm just uploading, you know, all my listing videos, and I'm uploading, you know, just daily, you know, market updates and just a lot of videos, because, I mean, it doesn't hurt. At the end of the day, it doesn't hurt. Bullshit, it doesn't hurt. If you upload a bunch of terrible videos to your YouTube channel and a bunch of videos that nobody's watching, that hurts your overall channel analytics. Did you hear me talk about average view durations a lot today and watch time hours? That is the most important thing to your YouTube channel. So let's say you got some great videos there. I call them banger videos, right? Great videos about your city. People are moving, they're watching them, and then you're uploading a bunch of YouTube shorts, or you're uploading tons of just random content. Well, now you're gonna, one, bring in a bunch of unwanted traffic. These are people that don't care about your city or moving there. Lastly, if you're doing a bunch of short videos and a ton of them, which usually happens when you do more content, then your average view durations and your watch time of your channel, they shrivel down, and that's when you don't get suggested and browse feature views. Again, I've broken this down. I've done all that stuff. I have it broken down, and you can actually see, you know, what happens when you do these things. So I only do one video a week. I highly suggest, and a lot of people, when they go through our course, do 2 videos a week. You know, just try to get them 8 to 10 minutes. You got to get your reps in. You got to learn at the end of the day how to get confident on camera, and it takes reps. 2 videos a week, and then once you really master it, I'd rather see 1 badass long video a week than 3 short ones, right? 1 good video. My channel, again, let me show you, prove what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna just show you what I used to do. This is my old, and the reason I say old is because when I started this, guys, there was no competition. There was like maybe, you know, when I was in these markets, I was the first one to get in there. So my videos were people were searching, you know, they've been searching what it's like in these cities for 15 years, and there's never been any videos about it until I started this living in process. And so when I did it, I was competing with basically just local people who did like a 1-minute flea market video, and here I am explaining areas. they were great, right? But then I taught my own competition. I started teaching people how to do this. They were making better videos than me. So over time, my methods had to change to become the best of the best. And that's what I've been able to do. So my earlier methods were just shoot 8 to 10 minute videos, do 2 a week and just launch them. And we had a lot of success. And then all of a sudden it just completely died. But this is, you see, we started this in 2020, September of 2020, and it did okay. We closed a lot of homes, but do you see what's going on now? This is when I started noticing, you know, way more competition, and it started pissing me off. I wasn't ranking. So instead of being stuck in the mud and doing what I always do, I rediscovered YouTube, and I completely changed, not changed, but a lot of my methods, which reflect in these, you know, in this course. But you can see now, this is actually when I went away from doing multiple videos, 2, 3 a week, to just 1 a week. And you can see the meteoric rise, right? So back here, back in the day, I was getting, you know, this is, you know, 182 whatever views a day or whatever it is. That's not views. Sorry, I'm on watch time hours. Views. I was getting on average, you know, 1,000 views a day, 600 views a day, 1,200 views a day, 1,000 views a day. And then I kind of had one go nuts when I started these new strategies. I told myself, I'm going to be the best YouTuber in Houston, period. I'm going to make, I know what makes YouTube work. It's good, long content. So I need to get away from just doing the daily and getting after it. But to get to that, you got to get better and better. And then here's my new floor, 4,000 views a day, right? Then you know, 9,000 views a day, then 13,000 views a day. Now, you know, we're up 18, 20,000 views a day is the new floor. So that's what I just wanted to show you, is that it takes a lot of time, a lot of reps. But at the same time, I went down. I went from 2 videos a week to 1 video a week, and you can see how much bigger that rise is, a 13 to 15x on views and probably a 20 to 30x on leads. Does more views equal more deals? Now, it definitely helps. We were still getting a lot of leads, you know, beforehand. But yes, if you can get up to more views, it just has the chance. But be wary on this. The only reason I say this is because you're going to do whatever you can to cheat and cut corners and get views. I guarantee it. Even going through this course, and I beg you, don't share your videos on social media. Don't put money behind it. Do not share the videos no matter what. Your first day, you release a video, it might only get 3 views. That's it. That's fine. Let it go. In 6 months, a year, 2 years, that thing could have 30,000 views, right? But at the end of the day, what you're going to do is you're going to try and do anything you can to get more views, because that's all you care about. That's all you want to show people and talk about is your views. So when I say that, if you're getting more views but you're doing shortcuts like adding a budget to it or doing YouTube shorts, you're not going to get more deals. I will crush you with starting a new channel with way less views. But over time, when you get better and better and make longer and longer videos, yes, getting more views for your keywords and style videos, that will lead to more deals. Hopefully that makes sense. Subs, exact same, but you know, every channel that we've basically helped with or that I've grown, the subs there's no correlation with this many subs, this many leads. And I started a channel in North Idaho. It was the 3rd YouTube channel. That's my hometown. And we, in the first 72 days, we hit 1,000 subs, which was pretty fast, but that's it, 1,000 subs. We had $13 million closed, right? And we had another like 20 million pending. It was unbelievable how many deals we closed from that channel, right? Again, how many subs equals a deal? We have never been able to find a direct correlation to that. But the one thing I do want you to know is that a lot of your subscribers, they're going to come on, and it's a pipeline game. So sometimes this takes 3-6 months to go, but then when the pipeline starts closing, it's crazy. And that's how you really avoid those ups and downs, right? You're going to have ups and downs of leads and calls, but you're going to have a good pipeline of people coming in and planning 6 months, 9 months down the road. So a lot of your subs, it's going to be crazy. Trust me on this one. 12 months from now, you're going to get a call. They're going to go, man, I have been watching you for a year now, planning this, and we're finally moving. We love your channel. We got a budget of 800,000. Can you help us? I guarantee it right now. You will remember this part, that people will say that, right? What happens when you share content? The biggest thing out there, share your YouTube videos everywhere, right? You see agents do this every day. They have a Facebook page. Hey, check out my newest YouTube video, right? Go like and subscribe. Well, again, I will remind you, it's called the $1 billion channel method. I break down in there what happened. So we used to share every video. Again, if you can, buy it on Audible, listen to it. Don't, the reading's okay. It's good if you like to read, but if you can listen to it, it's even better. It's me, it's raw, authentic. We started this whole journey and we're shooting these videos, and man, it's like, it's working. And we're in these Facebook groups with these real estate agents, and we're posting our YouTube videos, and everybody's just like, God, I've never seen vlogs like that. It's so crazy. How are you doing that? You know, we're just like loving the attention, right? So we were posting these videos to these groups. There's other, oh man, that makes me, if you want to get leads, hopefully I don't forget this, the most important part. But anyways, we're not really getting deals from it, right? And so that's what happens in the real estate industry a lot, is people will have a huge TikTok account or an Instagram account, but you go look at it and it has nothing to do with real estate. So they get brought up to stages, but their content is about being a magician or being a prison guard or something. You know what I mean? It's like, how are you getting deals from this? But they get praised about it, right? And so that's what we as real estate agents think. We need views, we need subscribers, we need followers. So I'm going to share this everywhere. Have you heard me talk about watch time hours, average view durations, and did you see my traffic source when my keywords were Houston, living in Houston, all that? So what happens, and what I found out the hard way, is we were sharing these videos in all these realtor groups. Do you think those realtors were moving to Portland, Oregon? Do you think they gave two shits about Portland, Oregon? No, they just wanted to see my videos. So what does the algorithm do? Oh, these people are watching this video. Let's serve it in front of more of them. Well, those people don't want the video. They don't like the video. They're not going to watch it. They may click on it real quick and then they click off. Now your click-through rates, your watch time hours, your average view durations, they all plummet and your channel sucks. So when I was traveling, I figured that out, and I told my business partner, actually, I'm like, dude, stop sharing our videos. He's like, are you crazy? I'm like, no, I know analytics now. It's crushing our YouTube channel. So we stopped sharing them, and boom, the channel started taking off. Now, what I'll tell you is the channel took off. We were getting views, subscribers. It was awesome. We were the only ones creating an actual YouTube channel about a city. It was a lot of fun, but we weren't closing deals. Then I came up with my call to action, and actually in the course, in the video section, there is the video structure that I was showing you, and it has our call to action in there. So what happens is people will watch your videos and watch them and love them, but if you don't say, hey, and we absolutely love, do you remember when I showed you in the about section, hey, we absolutely love it. So one video one day, after, you know, we were getting asked if we've ever getting deals from these, I'm like, no, not really. They look cool, but this guy, he's like, do you ever tell people to call you? I'm like, no, you can't. That's too salesy. Like, if I tell people to call me, they're like, ew, gross. He goes, no, people are idiots. You have to tell them what to do. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. So one video, I'm like, you know, hey, what's up? This is Jackson Wilkie with the Real Agent Now Group right here in Portland, Oregon. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, play right here in Portland, obviously I wasn't that fast. This is trained into me now. But I say, you know, then make sure you tap that subscribe button. We do videos every week about what it's like to live in Portland. And if you're even thinking about moving to Portland, we get phone calls and text messages every day from people moving and relocating here. We absolutely love it. So thinking about moving anywhere in Portland, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we got your back when moving to Portland. Holy shit. The next day we got 14 phone calls. It was going nuts. People were like, oh my God, I love your videos. I didn't even know you were in real estate. I'm so happy you said to call you. We're moving there. Can you help us buy a house? Holy shit. I couldn't believe it, right? You got to tell people. So when you share your content to the wrong people, it doesn't get in front of the ideal audience. And then you really, really need to make sure that you're telling people to call you if, and only if, you answer their question with valuable content. Shorts versus long form. Do I even need to answer that? Hell to the no, I don't. Don't do YouTube shorts. It's all crap. It doesn't work. Build good long form organic YouTube videos and they will last forever. They will sit there and pump for years and years and years. Shorts, they're up in about 5 minutes and they're down. That's it. So I'm telling you right now, you know, we've generated, in fact, that's why it's called the $1 billion channel. It's probably $3 billion now of actual home sales, closed deals from YouTube, from the living in method. So with that, I mean, we've basically gone through and I've shown you everything you need to do. If at all you're interested in learning more about this course, again, oh, now you're selling shit? Yeah, I'm selling shit. Of course, this is the exact playbook. And many of you can, you know, may not want to do it. If you want to do it, I don't really care at the end of the day. But if you want it, like click the link down below and you can get into it. And we have all the trainings. We're doing boot camp. We're doing a lot of things. But right now, you can click down below and you can start getting access to that masterclass. But I hope you guys got a lot from this. Again, we do have free Facebook groups, Channel Junkies, YouTube for Real Estate. Thousands of agents in there. We run a lot of boot camps in there, a lot of trainings. But if you want the direct playbook, that A to Z course, everything I just showed you, you want to start tomorrow doing the right stuff, click that link right there, homie. All right, can't wait to see you, and go join those Facebook groups. Oh, listen to the $1 Billion Channel Method on Audible. That'll change your life. All right, homies, we'll holler at you.